Hey, what's up, ladies and G's? D1 here today. What we're going to be talking about is Halo 5. This is Stronghold on the Rig. Really close game. I played pretty well with some rotations and stuff like that. Stronghold is like domination for those of you that are unfamiliar from Call of Duty. I think it's a really fun game type to play 4v4 competitively. And competitively speaking, I think that this game is a little too much. Now, I know that sounds crazy. Halo 5 is meant for esports. It is meant to be played competitively. But I believe that whether this game likes it or not, it is directly competing with Call of Duty for playtime. So basically this game is selling you on playtime. It wants you to play it more than Call of Duty. It wants you to buy more rec packs than what you spend in Black Ops 3. It gets a little bit of a jump coming out early, but one thing that I don't like about this game specifically is that I think this game is too competitive. Now you may be thinking, well, what are you, some kind of loser? You're not good, bro? I would consider myself pretty decent at Halo. I'm not a pro or anything, and this is an okay game that I had, just something that I got really quickly. But I think that what got me started on Halo was playing for fun. In Halo, the original Halo, I played with my cousins. We played locally, so it was 4 of us on one Xbox, and it was a lot of fun. We just messed around, just did all kinds of stuff with different guns. But the main point that I want to get across here is that there are no playlists that you can just go in with your buddy that is not very good at FPS shooters and let him die and go 5 and 20 and he gets pissed and drunk or whatever the case. I think that it's just really important that you need a playlist where nobody cares, you know, that there's no rank, there's no, people aren't trying hard, they're not yelling at you for not getting kills, they're not yelling at you for not knowing what you're doing. I think that if they want to grow esports for Halo 5, I think that they're headed in the right direction. I mean, they've got ranked playlists on everything except Warzone. Warzone is a little chaotic in my opinion. I feel like it reminds me of like casual and CS:GO, where there's just way too many people on the map just doing whatever they feel like doing, and I think it doesn't ruin the game, but when you make that sort of thing like a huge chaotic clusterfuck, when you make that the centerpiece of your quote-unquote fun game mode where there's no rank or anything involved, then I think that kind of takes away from the competitive players. If that alarm doesn't... Okay, thank you. Anyways, so I think that when comparing this game to Call of Duty, and I know that it's probably not a good thing, but it's inevitable that people that play this game are going to play Call of Duty. So, like I said, that they're selling you game time, and I think that Call of Duty does a really good job of holding people to just regular game mode. So, if you're by yourself and you don't really feel like grinding a league play or a ranked gameplay list, then you can just hop on Team Deathmatch, warm up your shot, not have to worry about rank or somebody bitching and whining at you for not knowing what you're doing. I think that Halo, that's where it started. Like Halo 3 and Halo 2, probably the best competitive games. They had like team deathmatches and were based around game modes that didn't matter at all, but they were in a small enough scale, like the 6v6 or even maybe an 8v8. They need to be a small scale so you feel like you have an impact. You want to make players feel like they're doing something and that they impact the game. In a 4v4, obviously you're going to impact the game. But if you negatively impact the game, people don't really want to play as much, and they don't want to play in a stressful environment. Not everybody anyway. Competitive players do, and I commend them for that. And I love playing competitively too. I don't blame them at all for that. But something you need to consider is your casual player who's not going to try and grind to the semi-pro ranks and try to be a pro Halo player. It's not going to happen. Not everybody can be a Halo pro, and a lot of people understand that, and they don't care what rank they are or whatever. So I think for those people there needs to be some type of unranked playlist other than Warzone. I think it's a little too chaotic, too crazy. It's kind of like the big team deathmatch, or not big team deathmatch. I think, what was it called? I think it's Ground War in Black Ops 2, where it's just like a crazy amount of people. It's just people running around everywhere. It's chaotic. Nobody knows what's going on. And even if you win or lose, you don't really feel like you had like a crazy impact. No matter how many kills you had, you can have 50 kills and lose, or you can have 50 kills and win. Like, stuff like that happens all the time so far that I've seen. I could be wrong, but I think Halo 5 right now, its focus is a little too competitive, and I think that Call of Duty has a lot more casual players. I think Halo has probably not as many casual players, but has a solid casual community that I think is going to suffer because Halo 5 is not focusing on that nearly at all. They're being strictly competitive, which I don't mind, but I think that generally speaking, people are going to gravitate towards games that are easy to play, and they're not stressed out over their rank. One game that I think I don't know, I hate comparing this to Counter-Strike because Counter-Strike is a crazy anomaly, but at Counter-Strike, you go to play competitively, and then casual and team deathmatch kind of go off of that. So maybe it kind of turns into a game like that, or maybe they add some game modes where it's more casual and nobody cares. But if you play Counter-Strike, you at least started playing Counter-Strike to play competitive, and you either got addicted to it like myself, or you're kind of like, well, I'm not that good at Counter-Strike, but there's this thing where there's a ton of people playing, and I can just go in, shoot some guys, and get the same feel, like late game, late round situations, but not anything like competitive. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is Halo 5 too competitive? Are the playlists or game modes, are they set up to be only competitive? They obviously are to me, but I think that we need a casual mode. I think we need like a social mode that was like in Halo 3 to kind of take the stress off of some people. Just let them play the game. Don't worry about them. Don't let their ranks be a real problem or issue for them. Just let them play. And I think that will grow the Halo 5 community, and maybe even later push into Halo 5 competitive. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. If you guys have any thought-provoking questions for me, I'll be very active in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.
Game over. Victory.